And what I normally do, right? So I gave it a week, and by the way, I listened to the whole album. I DM'd before I say it publicly, just because I never want a nigga to accuse me of being fake. Like you be hitting me up asking me shit, or like shit we be talking about shit, or I ask your opinion on shit, and like you never told me how you felt about the album, and then you go out publicly and you just what I mean. Like I'm just not a fake dude, so I tell that nigga first. So I hit Drake and I told him everything I thought about the album, like sent him like pages of shit, and I rated every song, whatever. Um, my big critique on this project, and I could you only hear what I read, what y'all want me to read verbatim what I told him about the album? I could do that. And for everybody who calls me a Drake dick sucker, whatever the case is, this is what I told the nigga to his face. You feel me? Because I'm gonna say it publicly, right? I sat with it for a week. Um, I'll probably get into it deeper. When it comes to probably get into it deeper when it comes to like podcasts and shit. But this is what I told Drake. Y'all want to hear it or not? Or y'all over this shit? It's cool. All right. So this is what I told him. I said, all right, this is my review, bro. And I said, bro, I've sat with this for like a week. I said, I'm going to keep it 100. CLB is a really good album for your core fan base. But it's going to be seen as underwhelming for casuals. And what I mean by casuals, people that enjoy your music in a casual way, as opposed to I believe his core listens to his. If you listen to Drake, for example, like Views wasn't trash to me because I know he was trying to make Take Care Again. Like his albums always had a feel. His albums was never what you heard on features. Not because he killed a couple features means he was gonna do the same thing on his album. It's never been that. Like if you've listened to him ever since the beginning of his career, once he got his sound, he's used his sound on his albums, minimal features, and then for all them club joints y'all talking about, he gets on other nigga songs. And that's just how it's been. I'm going to be honest with you. So I said it was and I'm going to keep it explaining. I said it's a really good album for your core, underwhelming album for casuals. And I said, and those your celebrity and fame have brought along for the journey. I said, yo, it kind of reminds me of Views in a way, where I believe your core audience is probably going to appreciate this shit with time because it has dope ass album cuts, but it's definitely missing one thing, right? And I said, this is what casuals really judge the album off mostly, right? There's no undeniable hits. And this is why I'm going to relate what I said to him to this chart, right? There's no God's Plan. There's no Nice for What. There's no In Your Feelings. There's no Controller. There's no One Dance. There's no Hotline Bling. None of those type songs, which when you heard those songs, you know those shits were. That shit was running everything, right? And the thing with Drake, and we saw it when he dropped Scary Hours, the EP, is like anything he drops is going to be number one, number two, and number three. So what defines a hit for Drake? It can't be the charts. For any other rapper, number one is a hit. For any other rapper, for the most part. If you get 2 tracks that's in the top 10, you got 2 mega hits. But for Drake, he's so big, everything is going to chart. Everything. So, the songs that are charting isn't an indication that the songs are super dope, undeniable hits. Like, remember, what was Drake's first number one as a solo artist? Was it God's Plan? No, it was before God's Plan. It was One Dance. No, it wasn't One Dance. Hotline Bling didn't make it. Hotline Bling was number 2. No, was it Hotline Bling? Maybe it was Hotline Bling. One Dance, One Dance, One Dance, One Dance. Thank you for that. One Dance, right? And ever since then, Drake has gotten so big, and really, it's not even really that he's gotten so big. The Billboard's charts have changed so much where not the formula for the Hot 100, but the amount of streams compared to sales and the effect of radio play these days is that streams is going to overpower everything when you have as much as what Drake is getting. So essentially, anytime Drake drops a record that he's promoting, and he got to kind of promote it a little bit, right? It's going to be a top 5 record. He's that big. He's that large. Pause. But does that indicate that that record will be that large in the culture? I don't think so. Think about this. His intro, Champagne Poetry, was number 4 on the charts. His intro. The second song on the album, Poppy's Home, number 8. In the Bible, the third song, number 7. Girls Want Girls, I believe that's the fourth song, number 2. Fair Trade, the 5th song, number 3. Basically, people are just going, people love Drake so much, they just go listen to Drake. They're like, it's not even like, you're not even looking for the hit no more. It's just like, Drake is the hit. Drake is the hit. It's, with the exception of Way Too Sexy and Knife Talk, the rest of these songs are in the top 10. They're ranked 1, 2, like they're numbered 1, 2. Like basically, people just listen to every Drake song. Drake is not like almost a religion. So let me go back to what I was saying. So I told myself, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I sat with it for like a week. I listened to it mad times a day. I still do. I love the album. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I said, while I love it, I definitely understand why other people won't. Because the things I enjoy about Drake's album, I don't know if everybody else does. I like his album cuts. It's the reason why I told y'all Look What You've Done is one of my favorite songs from him. Never was a single. Dope ass album cut. Lord Knows. Those are songs that resonate with me. Right? Those are album cuts, not necessarily singles. I've never really, until Views came out, I never really looked at Drake as the singles artist. I always thought he picked horrible singles. I liked Headlines. I hated Over. Best I ever had was, okay, that was a bop. I hated Six God. I hated a bunch of, I hated Fake Love. I hated most of his singles. I hated. You know why? Because his singles were never as wavy as the songs you used to hear in the club. He hops on Block Boy shit. 905, look alive, look alive. That shit is going crazy. And then when it's his time to drop, well, I ain't gonna lie. He did end up Scorpion, he made up for it. By the way, my new take is Scorpion's a classic. Scorpion's a classic. Nonstop, God's Plan, In Your Feelings. Yo, side B is fucking immaculate. It starts out with Peak. Peak is fucking fire. And I think I get to it in while I'm giving him the review. Yo, I wish Certified Lover Boy was a bunch of songs like this.